Hey there, folks. Nick Dettmann here, ready for another edition of the Dettmann Media Podcast, where we talk about and discuss the latest tips and trends in social media and digital marketing, as well as website design, uh, SEO, search engine, and so forth. So glad you can join me here today. We've got a number of really good topics here to go over with you, so hopefully you're going to be ready for that. But first thing I want to do is let you know on an opportunity that you have here. I'm going to be giving a presentation for you, and it's going to be done via Zoom, and it's going to be hosted by the West Bend, Wisconsin Area Chamber of Commerce, and it's going to be focusing on the Google Analytics 4 program. As many of you, or well, some of you probably know, or many of you probably have known by now that Google has shifted its analytics program from the Universal Analytics to Google Analytics 4 or GA4. So I'll be giving a presentation done via Zoom on Tuesday, June 15th from 8 to 9 a.m. That's Central Chicago time. And we're going to discuss a number of topics, including what is Google Analytics 4, what's new compared to the Universal Google program, or GA3, and how you can use it to your advantage for your digital marketing strategy. If you are by chance a member of the West Bend Area Chamber of Commerce, the presentation is free. Otherwise, it is a relatively low cost of $15 for non-members. The session will be recorded, and those who sign up will receive a link to the presentation. So to register, you can call the Chamber office at area code 262-338-2666, or you can head over to my blog, which is nicholasdettmann.blogspot.com, and I have a direct web link for you to be able to sign up to that presentation right on my blog. So hopefully you get a chance to check that out. It'll be a very good conversation and overview of what the GA4 program is, what's new, and or some things that you can do with it and how it can help you with your digital marketing strategy. So hopefully you can sign up for that. As for a couple of the topics we want to discuss here today, one here is something LinkedIn has rolled out over the recent weeks. It's called the Employee Advocacy tool. And what it is, it's LinkedIn offering an analytics tool that helps you see your company's employees and how they are engaging with your content on your business or company LinkedIn page. The tool is called Employee Advocacy, and it can be found under the Analytics drop-down menu on the dashboard of your business page. And it's the same spot you would find information on visitors, updates, and followers for your analytics. So this tool will see how employees within your company are engaging with your content. And one of the reasons for doing this is to not only connect employees at a company, but to also engage with them to not only build brand awareness, but also potentially recruit candidates. Your staff is usually likely connected to people with similar backgrounds or skill sets, and that could be great referrals for a job vacancy at a company. So say if you've got some positions, several positions in the same kind of discipline, let's say like someone in HR, for example. A lot of the people that could be connected to your LinkedIn page who work here in your company for HR purposes, probably connected to other HR people, so this could be an opportunity for recruitment. According to LinkedIn research, about 60% of employees are more likely to engage with posts from coworkers and are 14 times more likely to share their organization's page content. Also, according to LinkedIn, engaged employees can have several influences for a company's LinkedIn page, and those include 8 times more company page views, 4 times more company page followers, 7 times more job views, and 4 times more job applications. LinkedIn also does provide an opportunity for company page owners to notify employees of a post onto the company LinkedIn page with a push notification. So if you make a status update, you can send out a notification to the people who have identified as working at your company, and they follow you on LinkedIn. They can get a notification that you have made such a post. So it's a really nice, handy way to keep employees engaged with your LinkedIn page. To learn more about those resources, I have a link to that on my blog, nicholasdettmann.blogspot.com. Moving on to the next topic here was something that was talked about recently. It's a new program or feature that Twitter has launched, and it's in its test phase at this point, but it's a creator payment program called TipJar. And the program is, well, just like it says, it's a tip jar that selected user profiles can use and enable individuals to collect payments from their audience. According to socialmediatoday.com, the feature isn't available to all users as of yet, but everybody using Twitter in English will be able to send tips to applicable accounts on iOS or Apple and Android. I can definitely see this being a revenue and fundraising opportunity for nonprofits, but you can still work for it too for business industries as well. It's just somebody maybe just wants to kick in a few extra bucks for whatever reason, or if there's a little fundraiser or that the organization wants to contribute to. So say if like Walmart wants to create a fund to help a local charity, that I can see that as definitely utilizable. If that's a word, that companies can use, or examples of what how people or companies could use the tip jar feature on Twitter. So to learn more, including how to set it up and to see if you do fall into that permissible category, there is a link for that on my blog. And the last part here we'll cover here today, it's called looking at website design and specifically sitemaps. And why are XML sitemaps important for your website? Anybody who follows my blog, which by the way, if you do don't follow the blog and you're listening here to the podcast today, head on over to the blog, nicholasdettmann.blogspot.com, and give a nice little subscribe, and you'll get updates delivered right to your email inbox. So hopefully you get to take a chance and take advantage of that opportunity. But as I've said several times previously, it's a challenge to stand out in a crowded digital universe. But there are ways to help. And one is to make sure your XML sitemap is up to date. An XML sitemap, for those who may not be familiar with it, is essentially a coded table of contents that is submitted to Google, Bing, and other internet search engines that it is and indexed. And when a site is indexed, it means that those search engine sites have a listing or table of contents for your website. And having that makes it easier for those sites to do what's called crawling, to find your site when someone puts in a search query on Google, Bing, or any other search engine websites. So if you don't have one listed, Google, Bing, and others will think you don't exist. So for someone like me who is not a computer or website coding expert, it appears to be challenging, but thankfully with Google's and Bing's and others' help, it's actually a simple process. I posted a blog entry from Northwoods Web Solutions about the value of having an updated XML sitemap, and as well as how to set it up. And again, that link is right on my blog. So that about covers today's topics. I know we kind of whipped through some things there, but I thought those were really some key things to bring to your attention here in this podcast. So thanks so much for listening today, and would certainly love to hear your feedback on the podcast and whether it's giving you some information that's been proven very valuable. If you have something that you would like me to talk about, certainly feel free to reach out to me and contact me and let me know. I'd certainly love to hear your feedback, or if there, like I said, if there are topics you would like to see explored, by all means, head over to my blog and contact me, and I can go over some of those things here in a future podcast. So until then, thanks so much, everybody, for listening today and for continuing to support this podcast. And until next time, we will talk to you again soon. And stay safe out there, and have a pleasant rest of your day. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye.